Hello beauties, welcome back. So today I'll be doing a black owned makeup brand makeup look. I saw this trending on social media. Well, this has been trending for a very long time and I haven't done it. I always wanted to try it out, so I am going to do it today because of course we love to support our own. So the first thing I'm going to do is of course prime my face, and I'm using the Fenty Pro Filter primer, and I really like how this primer works. It doesn't keep the oils at bay, but it works to, make your foundation sit nicely on the skin. So basically I'm going to go ahead, after priming, I'm going to go and use my Juvia's Place I Am Magic foundation in the shades Malawi and Lagos, and I'm mixing just a tad bit of the Lagos on top of the Malawi just so there's a balance in the shade. And of course I'm using a makeup brush that has no name. I was going to sell these makeup brushes, but I'm not quite sure yet. So these are unbranded makeup brushes. Alright, my lovely, so the purpose of this video is to use every single makeup product that's black owned, but of course I don't have everything that's black owned, but what I don't have I will do without, or I will substitute. So yes, I'm going to go ahead and brush up my brows in place, and I'm using the random makeup brush, no name, and I'm going to go ahead and fill them in with this brown shadow from the OPV Gorgeous palette. You can use a powder shadow to fill in your brows. It doesn't have to be pencil. I myself find that using powder makes my brows last longer, so I didn't have a brow pencil, so I'm going to go ahead and just use the powder, and it's a nice shade of brown, so it works well for my brows. Okay guys, so after I filled in my brows, I'm going to go ahead and use the Juvia's Place concealer in the shade J12, and I like the consistency of this concealer. It's not too dry, it's a tad bit wet, so you have to wait for it to dry down, but it works for me. So I'm going to use it to clean up my brows after I fill them in using the eyeshadow.
Maybe if you stay, we can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. How do you do? 'Cause I'm feeling so good.
So I'll be repeating a lot of the products because of course a lot of these products are multi-purpose. So I'm going to be using the Juvia's Place concealer again to act as my eyeshadow primer or my base, and then I'm going to set that with the Fenty Pro Filter powder in the shade Honey.
To rescue me if I go out of track.
And my eyeshadow palette of choice today is of course the OPV Beauty Gorgeous palette. I've had this palette for so long and I had to dust it off because I really wanted to use something that I had in my collection. I wasn't going to go out and buy anything else, so I found my OPV palette, and the matte shadows are not that brilliant, you guys, but I had to build it up and make it work. So that brown I'm using in my crease area is just to warm up my crease, and of course I'm going to use another shadow on top of that just to create something like a gradient effect and add some more dimension to my crease area and also my outer corners of my eyes.
What's on the other side of inhibition? Ooh, how do you do? 'Cause I'm feeling so cool.
So I'm just building up that shade in the outer corners and also in the crease area until I get the desired amount I want, because I don't want it to be too harsh and I don't want it to be light. I just want it to be balanced. So I am building and blending as I go along.
For my broken heart.
Again, that same concealer, I told you it was multi-purpose. You need to get you some good concealer so you don't have to keep using different concealers, because this works a treat. So basically I've carved out the middle part of my eyes, and I'm going to go ahead and pack that beautiful yellow golden shade. This is such a pretty shade, you guys, and when you use your concealer, it makes it pop even more. So basically I'm doing like a halo eye, so I'm just packing that golden yellow shade on the center of my lids.
Oh, my darkest memories, now let me fall back. But you'll be there, ready to rescue me.
Okay, so after I've packed on that yellow shade, I'm going to go ahead and start to blend the shade I had used before, that sort of orangey shade, into the yellow on the outer V and in the inner corners, because I want them to merge into each other. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some lashes, and of course this is from yours truly, Shaunz Beauty. I'm using Sophisticated Lashes, and I'm using my own lash applicator as well. You can get this applicator from Shaunz Beauty. And I also used my own glue. It's the Shaunz Beauty glue, and it's in the shade black. And you guys, you need to get this lash glue in your life because it works very well. There they are. I couldn't even get that out, but that's my glue. And of course the lash applicator as well is from Shaunz Beauty. So make sure that you go ahead and purchase yourself a lash glue and, you know, the applicator as well, because they work like a treat together, you guys. Alright you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and highlight just a bit, and I'm using that same concealer from Juvia's Place. And so I'm going to go ahead and set the concealer using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter setting powder in honey. And of course I have to use that to set my entire face because I did not have a black owned finishing powder. So I use the Fenty powder to set my entire face, and I'm making sure to blend that into my skin so there are no lines of demarcation.
Show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. How do you do? 'Cause I'm feeling so good.
I also did not have a black owned eyeliner pencil, so I am going to improvise and use powder underneath my lash line. And as I said, powder works as well as, you know, liquid or creams or gels, especially if you have oily skin. I find that powder works better because it does not budge. So of course I'm going to use that same yellow and pop that into my inner corners just to make my eyes look more awake. So basically I'm just popping that in and blending that out as well.
Make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby.
This is truly a multi-purpose palette, you guys. I'm using a brown to sort of sculpt out my jawline area just to give my face a little bit of a shape, you know what I mean, like a bit of depth. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the Fenty highlight in the shade Hustler Baby.
Imperfections, yeah. What's on the other side of inhibition? Ooh.
Okay guys, so another thing I need to invest in is a setting spray from a black owned brand. I just use this lavender mist I had that I bought from TK Maxx a while ago. I just use that to set my entire face. I'm going to go ahead and fill in my lips with the Colored Rain liquid lipstick in the shade called Whatever. And then I'm going to fill that in with the shade Marshmallow and top that off with Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb.
Melody, they all sound the same. Yeah. For my broken heart, no remedy. But maybe if you stay, we can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me.
So there you have it guys, a full face using nothing but black owned makeup brands. I am super proud of myself, and I was able to create a full face of using nothing but black owned products. My earrings of course are from Shaunz Boutique. Go ahead and check us out. The The links are in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. Go ahead and like the video. Please like my videos, you guys. That will help me out a lot. Comment, subscribe, and thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.